Hi everybody, I'm Cecily Valderrama. I go by CecelyV online. Most of you who visit my channel know that I do CecelyV art, which is all about figure model reference, and we're pivoting to more art instruction. And what might not be as well known is that I am also an instructor at Art Plus Academy, and I wanted to take some time for my viewers and subscribers, but also for any students looking for art reference for art education or art classes, to tell you guys a little bit about Art Plus and my classes, and show you some of the work that you might be interested in learning how to do. So, like I said, a lot of people know me for this here, CecelyV art. It's a lot of figure model reference. I also teach at Art Plus, and you can learn to do things like this. This is a still life from reference in graphite pencil, and we can take you through all of the fundamentals. I specifically, in my class, I have Sundays coming up with an teen and adult drawing and painting. We can learn how to draw and the forms, the structures, tones. We can learn to draw characters, people, faces, creatures, whatever you want to draw. It all starts with the foundation of drawing from the right side of the brain, learning how to see, learning how to use reference and sketch and all that. And then we can also go into portraits. Some people are used to portraits. This is the beginning sketch. So we can take you from that to something like this. That was where I started with a portrait of my son, and that is where I ended up. And for our figure drawing, I also have a figure drawing class that's coming up on Sundays, where you would practice these kinds of things. It's a quick pose figure drawing. We would use my channel that I just showed you, and also have some live models come in probably about once a month. I wouldn't do it more than that, just because I want to make sure everybody's comfortable, and it's important to get comfortable with the principles first. And then, when you have the model there in front of you, you have something to draw from. So we've got these kinds of things that you can learn to do and learn how to draw, get you comfortable with all the principles and processes, materials, and all that kind of good stuff. And then I also have a concept art online class on Mondays through Art Plus, and we can learn how to do things like my dragon here, that's for Photoshop class. And then there is also, things like this. We can go from some of the sketches here. So I started here. Well, there was actually a step before this, but I could take you from the whole process, take you through the whole process, start to finish. Idea, very rough sketch. We clean up the sketch. We start playing with colors, and then finish character illustration. So that's one of the things that you guys can learn and practice in my online Mondays, 6:45 to 8:45, concept art, concept design class through Art Plus. And I also will have things like this, where you take, this is concept illustration, you have different thumbnails, and try to come up with different ideas. Haven't taken this one to finish yet, but and then I also have a digital painting and a Photoshop 101 coming up. So digital painting would be stuff like this. We can get a reference, or you could set up a still life, and we learn how to do all of the things we do in still life with a regular in-person traditional class. We can do in Photoshop or Procreate, or any digital program that you're comfortable with, really, and learn how to paint digitally using the same traditional principles of form and shape and tone and light and color and all that, and apply it digitally, learning how to use those tools. And for those of you interested in a more traditional setting, I can teach you guys how to do still life. We can do portrait. We can do really whatever you want to do. And you guys will be able to leverage my knowledge, my channel, all that kind of stuff. Some more examples of what you can do digitally. This looks like watercolor. This is actually a digital watercolor that I did, a pet portrait. And one more thing I'd like to show is that I also will have a Photoshop online class, Photoshop 101. So this is Photoshop, this whole interface here. And I can teach you guys how to use all the tools, how to select, how to use some of the AI tools in here to make a selection, create your own references, create your own reference board, how to do, photo correction. So take this photo, for example, it's very blue. We can go ahead and photo correct this. As you can see, it's very blue. So we're gonna teach you guys keyboard shortcuts. We can do Control L and move this to my other screen. And we can adjust the light and the shadow and the midtones until we get something that is a bit better, right? We can also adjust our colors. We're going to take some of the blue out. We don't really need any green, right? Not too much. We get out a little bit of green. Take our blue. And so we're really just trying to adjust until we get something that is going to look more true to life or more like what we need for whatever look we're after. Because you could be using this for a print ad, you could be using this for creating a reference to do a painting. There are a lot of different things that you can do. So we went from this to that, right? More vibrance. And if we keep going, so we can make a lot of changes. It's a very powerful, robust tool. And I would love for everybody to join me in my classes to learn all about Photoshop, concept art, digital painting, traditional drawing and painting in my adult class, and figure drawing. So I hope you join us. I hope you check out the Art Plus Instagram and go visit our website. And so I am inviting everybody to come and check out Art Plus. Here's the Art Plus Academy Instagram page. A lot of this is going to be examples of student work. A lot of our students are kiddos, but this will also show you some adult work and even some older kids and teens do some very good work here. And we'd love to have you. So I hope this hasn't been too long. I'm wanting to make it quick and give you guys some examples. artplusacademy.com. Come here. We have our classes, camps, talk about progress, learn about us. We have 3 locations. Sign up for a makeup class, go into your student portal. So yeah, I hope you join us. I hope some of that looked interesting to you guys. I can of course go into more detail. I just don't want to take up too much of your time. And have a great day. Thanks for watching.